Good morning. This is John Checky, co-founder of Checky Financial, right here in Plano, Texas. About to go to a workshop today, be the second workshop in person I've attended this week. A couple of client meetings by telephone. And then we're going to summarize what we've learned, go back to our computer and go over another workshop that we're working on in terms of advanced estate planning techniques. But enough about study for just a second. Let's talk about some helpful hints for the rest of 2023. Now, if you're having a great year, this is a great time to say congratulations. You're playing pickleball now, and you hadn't done that until about 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. Practicing the piano, perhaps, at all ages. Fantastic. Having good relationships with your family, your spouse, if you're lucky enough to have a spouse. Yes, I do. Have for about 22 and a half years with Susie. If you're lucky enough to have a wonderful place to live, again, congratulations. And if you have good health and you've been born way back in the 40s or 50s or 60s, again, congratulations. But let's get back to how to finish the rest of the year strongly. If you have good habits, congratulations. Keep up those good habits. If you don't, talk to someone who really does have good habits and see if you cannot start to duplicate their good habits. I'll give you a couple. Number one, some of us actually enjoy keeping track of our physical fitness and weight on a daily basis. For some of you, that will drive you absolutely batty. So if you are concerned about weight, for instance, there seems to be a lot of that going around. I'm 75, 5 feet 5. This morning I weighed 151.7 or 151.9, depending upon which scale I believe this morning. Main thing is to eat less than you burn up if you want to lose weight. If you want to gain weight, eat more, and you'll be heavier after a while. Getting enough sleep seems to be a really wonderful idea. I learned recently to be sure and get at least 8 hours of bed rest a day. Notice I didn't say sleep, I said rest, because we don't always just fall asleep as quickly as we go to bed. So number one helpful hint for the rest of the year, finishing strongly, is get enough rest. It's part of the recovery process. It's absolutely positively essential if you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Number two, if you're lucky enough to have good city water, congratulations. We filter our water and drink it on a regular basis. I also enjoy some Italian mineral water called Pellegrino. Now, if you're 90.5% Southern Italian, and I am, 3 of my grandparents were born in Italy. The other's parents were born in Italy, and her older brothers were born in Italy. So basically, my genetics are Southern Italian. Therefore, the Pellegrino water suits me in terms of the minerals it has in it because it comes from Italy. I also like the carbonated version of it. It's very stomach settling. Also, we're lucky enough in north central Texas to be able to buy organic fruit and vegetables from all over the world. If you can afford to buy organic vegetables and discover which vegetables and fruits agree with your biomes, go ahead and load up on those for sure and learn how to cook them properly so they taste really good, in addition to be good for you. Also, be restrictive in terms of the types of protein take in, find out what works best for you. I personally, for the last about 5 years, have gotten my biomes tested by a group called Biome, Vione, to see how my gut is doing. Plus, thanks to being only 75 years of age, I get lots of, hey, would you like to be part of this, that, or the other kind of group test? So just the other day, I swabbed my saliva to go be part of a test group studying, of all things, tendencies toward Alzheimer's. One of the reasons I started playing racket sports of late again is that's another great way to keep your mental acuity awareness up, because following that little ball, in this case a pickleball, which doesn't bounce nearly as high as almost every other ball I've ever hit in my life, is great if you can bend over and move. If you can't do that, gee willikers, probably you might try ping pong instead. Mentioned that to a lady who I've known for several years on that. Judy and her family were working out at the Liberty Recreation Center. I haven't seen them in a while. So trying to be healthy if at all humanly possible, by being active, deciding to be healthy, and moving along right with it. Also, be sure and check with your healthcare professionals to get a benchmark to see where you are today in terms of that particular training. Let's talk about finances. Let's talk about finances for a while. Have you noticed that your water bill, your gas bill, and your electric bill have all kind of gone up pretty exponentially? Not getting any politics associated with that, just part of the economic cycle periodically. And if you're lucky enough to live in an area that has not been invaded yet, and again, not trying to be political, but thank the good Lord for your safety. Also, your local officials, when you get a chance to go ahead and tell the police and fire department how much you appreciate the amazing job they're doing for you, I urge you to do that. Also, within this week, I think it was Tuesday, was National Giving Day. So if you have generosity in your heart and can make donations to your favorite charity or church or all of the above, feel free to do so. We urge our clients during their lifetime to do that so they can actually see their donations in action. Same is true with education funds for kids. We highly recommend, if granddad and grandmom want to go ahead and help their grandkids go to college, knock yourselves out. There's some fun tax advantage ways to do that. We'd be happy to talk to you about that as well. So one, if you want to be healthy, decide to be healthy, get your benchmarks going. Benchmarks meaning finding what your blood pressure is, what your normal pulse is, what your fat content is, what the ranges are that you should have in terms of cholesterol and the like. And then be active. Go walk around the block or get yourself a racket of some sort and bounce the ball around back and forth, or go out and play with your kids or grandkids if you can do that, and catch a ball without getting a bloody nose because you can't catch a ball. In terms of the economics right now, the United States is on a building program to reindustrialize itself, the likes of which we have not seen since World War II, mainly because over years past, we have gotten many things assembled in China, and folks are kind of sort of leaving China in terms of some economic instability there. So a lot more industrial things are coming back to the United States, which is great for people building factories, remechanizing, and the like. And I'm going to guess the robotics and artificial intelligence is going to flourish. And let's hope it's not like it was in the dot-com boom and bust back in the year 90s and then the year 2000. So have to make sure that companies are not just having the right initials after the end of their name, but they actually have good fundamentals. What does that mean in everyday understandable language? A company has good fundamentals, or a particular industry or sector has good fundamentals when they have high margins, wonderful cash flow, and meaning positive cash flow, meaning that their intake of funds is more than all the outflows. So they have cash flow, which actually they can reinvest in their company or distribute in terms of dividends to their stockholders. So let's be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Let's go ahead and be active. Let's go ahead and decide to be healthy. Let's have some joy in our lives too. And if you're blessed with a family, I urge you to gather your family around the holiday season and enjoy the heck out of each and every one of them. Listen, learn, celebrate, and enjoy each and every day, starting with today, which is Thursday, the 21st day of September. And hey, if you're in Plano, I'm told that Balloon Festival starts today. I'm not sure what time of day, but I'm sure you can check with local municipality folks or the festival folks to find out when the Plano Balloon Fest begins officially. This is John Checky Right here in Plano, Texas, wishing you a happy, healthy, prosperous 2023.